Have you ever felt invisible? Like no one truly sees the effort you put into your work, day after day? Is it just me, or do you feel that way sometimes too? Where are you watching this from right now? Are you in a busy city, or maybe somewhere quiet? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button if you're enjoying this so far. You're amazing for being here, and this story is exactly for people like you. Let's dive deeper. Imagine working at a kiosk where every customer seems to rush past without even noticing how hard you try. But what happens when someone walks in who changes everything? Someone unexpected, someone who knows more than they let on. Let's dive to see. It was another ordinary morning at Pretzel Haven, the small but popular snack kiosk tucked away in the corner of a bustling mall. The air smelled of warm dough and cinnamon sugar, a comforting aroma that masked the stress brewing beneath the surface. Claire, a young woman with tired eyes and an unshakable smile, had been running the register all morning. She loved her job, though it wasn't easy. Every shift brought its challenges: grumpy customers, broken machines, and endless lines of impatient faces. Yet, she always found joy in crafting each pretzel order with care. Her co-worker, Ben, stood behind her, quietly shaping dough into perfect twists. He rarely spoke unless spoken to, keeping his focus sharp as he worked. They made a good team. Claire handled the customers while Ben stayed back, ensuring the kitchen ran smoothly. Both shared a mutual understanding. Neither complained about their workload because both knew life could be harder outside these walls. The day started normally enough until a man walked up to the counter. He looked out of place, dressed casually, yet somehow standing out among the usual crowd. His name tag read Evan, though there was something oddly familiar about him. Evan ordered a classic salted pretzel and waited patiently as Claire rang him up. "How's business today?" Evan asked, leaning slightly forward. "Busy," Claire replied with a polite smile. "But we manage." Evan nodded thoughtfully before taking his pretzel and stepping aside. As he bit into it, his expression softened, not from satisfaction but recognition. This wasn't just any pretzel. It tasted just like the ones he used to eat during late-night brainstorming sessions years ago. Back then, he'd been known simply as Evan Carter, founder of Pretzel Haven. Now, however, he was undercover, trying to understand why profits were slipping despite loyal employees like Claire and Ben. As Evan lingered near the kiosk, pretending to browse nearby stores, he overheard snippets of conversation between Claire and Ben. Their words stopped him cold. "I can't keep doing this much longer," Ben muttered under his breath, wiping flour off his hands. "We deserve better pay for all this work." Claire sighed heavily, glancing around to ensure no one else was listening. "I know, but what choice do we have? If I leave, my mom's medical bills won't get paid, and you've got rent to worry about." Ben shook his head, frustration evident in his voice. "It feels wrong, doesn't it? Working so hard only to barely scrape by. Sometimes I wonder if anyone upstairs even notices." Evan froze mid-bite, guilt washing over him. These two weren't just employees, they were people struggling to survive. People whose dedication kept his company afloat. Yet here they were, questioning whether their efforts mattered at all. Back home later that evening, Evan couldn't shake the weight of their words. Memories flooded back of when he first opened Pretzel Haven, a dream born out of passion and determination. He remembered hiring staff not just based on skill but character, wanting to build a family rather than a workforce. Somewhere along the way, though, priorities shifted. Numbers took precedence over names, and profits overshadowed personal connections. Was this really what success looked like? The next morning, Evan returned to the kiosk, still disguised as a regular customer. This time, he didn't order anything. Instead, he approached Claire directly, his tone sincere. "Hey, I couldn't help overhearing yesterday. About, well, everything you said. Do you mind talking more?" Claire hesitated, unsure whether to trust this stranger. But something about Evan's demeanor put her at ease. Slowly, she began sharing her story, the financial strain, the sacrifices, the hope that things might eventually improve. Ben joined in too, opening up about his own struggles. Together, they painted a picture of resilience laced with exhaustion. By the end of their conversation, tears glistened in Evan's eyes. "Thank you," he whispered, his voice thick with emotion, "for reminding me what really matters." Days turned into weeks, and subtle changes began rippling through Pretzel Bale. Employee wages increased significantly, benefits expanded, and communication channels opened wide. Word spread quickly among staff members, sparking renewed energy and loyalty. For Claire and Ben, life became manageable again. Rent payments no longer loomed like storm clouds, and dreams once deemed impossible suddenly felt within reach. One afternoon, Evan gathered everyone together for a meeting, not as a distant CEO hidden behind glass doors, but as someone genuinely invested in their futures. Standing before them, he admitted his mistakes openly. "I lost sight of what makes this company special," he confessed. "You make it special. Without you, none of this would exist." Applause erupted, heartfelt and thunderous. It wasn't just gratitude, it was relief. Relief that finally someone saw them. Truly saw them. So dear listener, tell me, have you ever doubted your worth? Felt unseen or undervalued? If so, comment below. I want to hear your story. Wherever you are right now, take a moment to reflect on the impact you leave behind, no matter how small it may seem. Because remember, greatness isn't measured by titles or wealth. It's measured by hearts touched along the way. And if you found meaning in this tale, please share it with others. Stories like these remind us all that kindness and empathy can spark change, one pretzel at a time. Moral of the story: true leadership isn't about power or control. It's about seeing others clearly, valuing their contributions, and lifting them higher. After all, success tastes sweeter when shared.